Welcome aboard. My name's Emily and my husband Bill owns this boat. It's a fishing boat, of course, one of hundreds here at Shoreham Harbour. Some of them are much bigger, of course, and they go off fishing for herring up the east coast and westwards for sardines and the like. But my Bill and his crew, that's his two brothers really, they just mostly go around the channel, usually within a day or two's steaming at the most. I say steaming, but the Jane Elizabeth is a modern boat with diesel engines, so no one has to be shoveling coal all day, not like on those steamboats. The commonest fish for catching round here is the lemon sole, but we also catch turbot. That's the king of fish for taste. We also fish for brill. That's another fish that lives at the bottom of the sea. If you've seen pictures of turbot caught round here, they're as long as a man is tall, but you don't see them that much anymore. Only smaller, younger ones, usually about this sort of size. We still get some herring, but that's so popular we've nearly fished them all out. I reckon there'll be a limit on how many you can catch of popular types soon. That won't go down well with the fishermen. How can you see what's in your net in any case? You can't see what goes into your nets, can you? We don't get much cod and haddock, not like in the fish shop. That's because the sea's not cold enough most of the year. We get a few in the middle of winter, but that's about all. We used to get tunny. That's our name for the giant blue fin tuna. 2 or 3 metres long and as fat as a pig. But they seem to be dying out now too. Tell you what we do get loads of round here though, mackerel. Late last summer, I was taking a walk along the beach over the road. One morning after one of those big winter storms. And when the wind had calmed down, though the waves were still quite big, do you know what I could see? Whitebait. Do you know what whitebait are? They're little fish, young ones that haven't fully grown yet, no more than about 8 or 10 centimetres long at the most. Some of you might like them fried in batter with a bit of tomato sauce. I always do. My 6-year-old Beth, she loves them, heads and all. Anyway, along the beach at high tide mark was a band of whitebait, washed up and stranded by the storm. Huge numbers of them, all along. And I was just wondering whether I should scoop some up for supper. But I couldn't tell how long they'd been dead, and you have to be careful with fish. When I noticed, out at sea, a great flock of seagulls of all types, even a few gannets, a long way off. They were all swooping down on a great black shadow in the water, obviously trying to look for something to eat. It wasn't long before the shadow came right back in close to the shore, and it was mackerel, a great shoal of them, as thick as sardines in a tin. Excuse the pun. Anyway, you'd have thought you could catch them with a bucket, but you couldn't. There were anglers there hauling them out 6 a minute. Anglers are fishermen who fish with rods rather than nets. Lovely fish, mackerel, my favourite, especially fresh. Anyway, must get on.